I probably tried to jerk it off. I mean, not like that.
There's our intro.
I'm butt naked.
I would have pissed myself laughing.
Bro, listen.
Bro. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Oh, okay. Okay.
Welcome back to another Banger podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about something
with B&T. I'm Brandon. My name's Tristan. He's Brandon.
How'd you fuck that up?
I don't know. I'm Brandon. No, I'm not.
I always knew you were.
All right, today we got some funny stuff. I got a fish on my shirt. Brandon's got a trash panda and a fish on his hat, and I also have a jackalope on my hat.
Which is a rabbit with antlers.
Yeah. Have you ever seen one mounted?
I saw one at Hooters mounted.
I've never seen. I saw one at Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, maybe it was Texas Roadhouse. Maybe, yeah. I didn't know they had a name, though. I just thought it was a rabbit with horns. But you were like, look, I got a jackalope on my hat.
Yeah. I want to do that one day. We should. You got bunnies in your backyard.
Okay, that's what we're going to get into that. But you want to do what? Oh, can I get a cheers? Also, we're double bulled up today.
Bubble. No, I want to do that. I want to kill a big old rabbit and then put like little horns on it.
Or do you want to kill a little rabbit?
No, I want to kill an actual jackalope. If that existed, that would be my main thing that I want to take out.
Yeah. No, that would be pretty cool. If you had little rabbits running around with
we can do
antlers. No, honestly, for sure.
Can you imagine if they're fighting with their little antlers? Bing, 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 bing. You hear?
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're fighting again.
No, today's going to be kind of, I mean, we really don't have that many notes. We're going to go off on tangents a bunch today, which you guys love the tangents. Tangent talks are our favorite. Just kind of like when Tristan's grandma got over by shopping carts.
I think in this podcast, we should call my mom and be like, hey.
We should call your mom.
Do you remember when grandma got ran over? When old Nana.
We'll set the phone call up, man. But, no, so today we're going to be talking about animals, and dude, there's so much just crazy stuff happening in my backyard that I want to share with you guys.
Top 5 animals, go.
Top 5? Like in what
What's
category?
your favorite? My favorite? Okay. Giraffe. It's always been.
He's number 1?
He's number 1.
Out of all the animals.
That's always been my favorite animal since I was a kid.
They are majestic.
Dude, I got to feed one when I was a kid.
Have you ever really checked out their kneecaps? Dude, they got some bulging ass knees, bro.
Have you seen how they fight?
Yeah, they go like necks.
This. Second animal, whitetail buck.
Really?
Yeah, whitetails. They have something special in my heart. I like him.
You like them a lot.
Next animal, orcas.
Okay, I'm on that vibe.
Yeah, they're majestic. I seen one from a long ways away in Alaska once, and it was crazy. It was just like this moment of just
magenta. Just pink everywhere.
Majesticness.
No, I could get with the orcas. That's a pretty wild one.
Ferrets.
Okay, you're just making shit up.
No, I really like ferrets. I had ferrets as kids, and they're freaking crazy.
Okay.
No, actually, I changed it.
Otter?
No. Okay, otters are cool.
Yeah.
A honey. What's the things in? They don't have squirrels in Hawaii. What do they have? Mongoose.
Mongoose. Yeah,
dude,
little mongoose.
They're
dude.
badass.
It's like a cracked out squirrel,
dude. And they like eat up snakes, bro. They don't.
No, they get after it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they really do.
I think that's 4, 5.
Weird animal choices there. You got a whole spectrum.
Just a dog. Just got a dog.
Yeah, you got a whole spectrum there. I don't know. I don't want to name my top 5. I'd have to really think about it, but it's definitely like some water creatures. I think narwhal's in there.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's kind of like the mythical creature that actually does exist. It's like a unicorn whale, pretty much.
I saw that somewhere.
You saw a real one?
No. Well, you know that's on the movie Elf. That's a narwhal. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. He's a narwhal. And those things really existed.
No, they do. They still exist.
They still exist.
Yeah. It's really weird.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so
I'd say a rhinoceros is on my list, though.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Otter, definitely there.
I fed a rhinoceros. I fed a giraffe once. My uncle's girlfriend worked at the zoo.
Long tongue.
Yeah, they all got pretty long tongues.
Uncle's girlfriend or a giraffe?
Yo, these birds are mating outside right now.
Dude, it would not surprise me, bro.
Look, they're doing some dance.
Oh, they're courting, right?
Yes.
Oh, they are. They are. Okay, so it's a black crow with like a regular like McDonald's bird.
I don't think that is a black crow. That is not a black crow.
Well, it's a black bird. I mean, what do you want me to say?
He is doing some crazy.
Dude, yeah, he's puffed up, right? I can't even really see it, but I saw him the other day.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So, okay, this just gets us in. Dude, my backyard, I don't live in the craziest place ever. I live in Central Florida. I'm on the water, which is pretty cool. So you get to see like, alligators every now and then, turtles. Dude, I have carp that tail in my backyard like redfish.
No, I know. I was trying to get one last time I was here.
Get one, like.
Shoot it.
With what?
I had a spear gun out there.
Well, that's illegal.
I know, and you called me and you were like, hey, don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
I called you. I was like, can I spear one of these carp? And you were like, no.
A spear gun or a bow?
I didn't have anything.
Okay.
But I was definitely, I was trying to sneak up on them for real.
No, for real, you really can.
Because it's like inches of water.
Yeah, so they tail, which is pretty cool. But basically, I don't live in the craziest place. I have like maybe 7 trees on my property, right? A lot of it's just like manicured lawn.
Yeah.
But there's some weird stuff that's going on here.
There was yesterday there was well, obviously there's so many rabbits, and you'll get into that more. But what is the ribeye of the sky? What is it called?
Oh, sandhill cranes.
Yeah, dude, the sandhill cranes, they had babies.
When Flair was here, I told him we have sandhill cranes, like hardcore.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, this is a super sought after bird.
They say that the
ribeye of the sky.
Yeah, the ribeye of the sky.
That's the name.
That sounds good.
I bet they're good. They're red meat, though. They're not like poultry when you cut them open. They're like white meat and whatever. They're red meat, like a steak.
Yeah.
Like imagine a bird steak. That's the sandhill crane. So anyway.
But they got babies, and they look so awkward.
Dude,
you said...
This is what's crazy. I Googled this because now I'm all interested. I've learned a lot about animals lately.
Yeah.
They're not tree nesting creatures. They're floor nesting, but they nest in marshes. They're always on this lake. I have the only marsh right here.
If they nested in like regular, they would just get messed up.
Well, they're also not like, dude, they're not flying up in a tree like that, dude. They're
like
way too tall.
But they do fly.
No, they fly, but I'm saying they're not like up in trees like that. They're always walking the ground.
You know what's crazy? Turkeys sleep in trees. They roost in trees.
Yeah. But I'm sure.
I've known that for a long time.
Where do they nest?
They nest on the ground because the babies can't, get up. But that's why in Georgia, the turkey population is like dwindling.
Because of like coyotes and stuff?
Yeah, just predators.
So here's the thing.
Pretty much everything loves their eggs. But why we got on that tangent anyways.
Well, the sandhill crane is just one of the things. Now, mind you, they roost or nest in marsh.
Yeah. So you think they're in that?
I have the only marsh on the lake right here. Like I have a whole peninsula. Like that's half my yard.
Yeah.
Really is. And it's like untreacherable. I mean, you got to have some serious rubber boots and some confidence to go through
So
there.
they be living in that. But anyways,
why
dude.
Why you keep rushing me? I was going to talk about the sandhill cranes for a second.
Yeah, they live out there.
No, they had their babies. Literally a couple of days ago, their babies were this tall.
I know. I just saw them yesterday, and they're almost as tall as their parents.
I see them on security cameras. Dude, they're growing 3 inches a day.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, but that's actual. That's factual.
No, it's insane.
No,
you're
saying you looked that up. I'm saying Google told you that.
No, I didn't look it up. I'm assuming. I mean, it has to be close. I'm sure it's close.
I would say 3 inches is a lot.
Some would say. Some might agree. Some might disagree with you.
I don't know. Seems a good number.
That's your happy place? That's your zone?
No. I would just say that if 3's a lot, then, maybe 6 inches might be like above
That's
average.
double.
Yeah. I would say that's a substantial amount. But hey. I don't order a foot long when I go to Subway. You know
6
what I mean?
inches will fill you up.
Dude, 6 inches fills me
Oh
up
my God,
every
dude.
time.
I didn't even mean for that to sound like that.
It almost leaves me like refreshed,
It's pretty common to order the old 6 inch, you know? Foot long is like, it's just a little much.
Like it's probably great.
It's a little much.
Maybe nice to have. But when I go, you just save money. 6 inches is, I feel like a great
standard
start. Just a great starting point.
You ever go in there and ask for the 7?
That's uncalled for.
Is that a thing? You think they do that for you?
What if you started, when you go to Subway, you start pulling out a ruler? Make sure it's actually.
That.
Because, dude, sometimes
there was a lawsuit with Subway for that.
Really?
The footlongs, they weren't a foot long. They were like 11 and a quarter or something like that.
Dude,
3/4 of an inch is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Look, anyway, we're going to talk about animals.
Have you ever used a ruler?
To measure my sup?
Mm-hmm. All the time.
See that tape measure right there?
You got to go from the underside.
There was a whole podcast that talked about that.
No, it was funny.
I died. No, it was actually, it wasn't a podcast.
It was TikTok.
It was, but dudes were gaming and it was their audio.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Oh, because they're like, there's so much on the underside.
You telling me?
You're telling me I got more in me than I got out of me or something like that? He said something like that. It was so funny. But today we're talking about animals, all right? I have got a problem that could actually be a solution.
Okay.
If Tristan's trying to make this jackalope a thing here.
Okay.
I have a serious rabbit infestation. Now, when I've told you I've learned a lot about rabbits, I have learned a lot about rabbits. Ask me any question about rabbit.
Right.
Ask me any question.
I don't want to go. I don't want to ask.
All right. Well, the answer.
Just tell me about the rabbits.
So here's the thing. I was actually filming. Remember the jet boat video we were talking about? I was filming an intro and an outro for my jet boat video. So I had it parked over here, kind of by the tall grass.
Did we say I had a jackalope on my hat?
I believe we did say you had a jackalope on your hat.
Well, jackalope's going away because it's hurting my head.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Attaboy.
Chicken. Wow. All right. Tell me about them rabbits, boy.
Oh, yeah. So I was filming an intro and outro, and this is on my jet boat video, the very first one.
Yeah.
It's actually towards the end on the outro. And I'm like, where's my dog at? Because I normally let him outside with me for a while, but every now and then I just call him up, make sure he's good. There's freaking water moccasins and all stuff in the grass. Like, I don't want him to get caught up in that. So every now and then I just do a little safety check for my boy Reef, and I'm like, where's my dog at? And I'm like, oh, God, he's in the tall grass, which, like, he's not allowed in the tall grass. He knows that. I'm like, Reef, get out of here. Get out of there. Come on. Dude, he's, like, hopping through the freaking, like, where it's, like, you only see him when he pops up, when he's jumping. That's how tall the grass is. And when he gets out, he drops something. I'm like, what the heck was that? I thought it was like a little dead bird or something, man. I'm like, oh, God, it's disgusting. Baby rabbit.
You showed me a picture of it. It looks like a little baby hippopotamus.
They do look like baby hippos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had this baby rabbit. I'm like, oh, no. But my dog was so gentle. Didn't shake it. Didn't do nothing. Just mouthed it, And I pick it up. I'm like, oh, Lord. So I check all of its feet first. It's okay. It doesn't have its eyes open. And its ears are actually pinned back on its head, which is pretty interesting. I guess that's how they are when they're babies, and then they pop up as they get older. Eyes are still closed, but it's just like moving around. So I put it in my bottom of my shirt, like roll them up to kind of make them feel a little tighter. And anyway, the girl comes home. I show her. And then I'm like, well, I got to do something with this little baby rabbit. Because I know it's like at that point, the survival rate of if I try to keep this thing alive is like very slim.
Yeah, it's
like this
hard.
is a couple days old right here.
Yeah.
And needs mama. So I was like, well, I'm going to use my freaking bird dog here, Reef, to sniff us out a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So I go straight to the grass. Dude, immediately. I like give him a command, like, come on, like, you're good to go. Dude, he immediately goes to the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I move him and make him sit. I did not know this, but I'm going to ask you, because you might know. I feel like Flair would really know. In the rabbit den, since they burrow, the top of it was completely covered in rabbit fur. Is that common? It's almost like she was like doing that to
She's probably just picking it off herself to make it more warm, padded for him.
Really?
I don't
That's
know.
a good. That's
Dude,
a good
I feel like
idea,
a lot of animals know how to, which is so crazy, just instinctual to like make their den or their nest or whatever.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
So I look in there. I didn't like go digging in there. Mind you, it's in really tall grass too. So,
Yeah.
so I'm not just like digging around. But I peek in there, a bunch of babies.
Yeah.
Bunch of babies. I'm like, oh, okay, bet. So I put this guy in there. And, you know, I know it's one of those things where my scent's on him, Reef scent's on him, and it's like mom could
Probably
reject
just kicked
him,
him out.
whatever. It's possible. But at the same time, way better chance of him living there than him living with us. He was just too young. Like if he was a little bit older and like had a little hop to him, I feel like we could do that.
They still are very like squirrels and bunnies. So like my dad does tree work and we've saved a bunch of them.
Yep.
Like he'll cut down a tree, there'll be a whole nest of squirrels, and we'll save them or whatever. What you think saving them? You try to raise them up. We've been able to raise a few, but like out of 10, I would say 5 are gonna die, no matter what.
Yeah. No,
they were gonna die either way, like with their mom or with you.
That makes it better.
You know what I mean? Because they have so many, like, I guess you could say litters of babies.
So rabbits are having babies every 21 to 36 days. How crazy is that?
Getting it in.
Every single morning, no lie, every single morning I see at least 5 rabbits.
Yeah.
Like when you first get up, like even today, when you go outside, at any point in time, you could see a rabbit.
Well, we were filming a podcast earlier. There was one that ran across.
Dude, my dog was in here. He could see through because we had the metal door open, and one was like by the tire of my truck. So literally 2 foot away from Reef, and he's like behind the glass, like, oh my
Dude,
gosh.
that's so funny.
So okay, so now that's happened, right?
Yeah.
At this point in time, he has brought me 5 baby bunny rabbits. 5. Now, mind you, here's the messed up part. Every time he brings me one, I go back to that same little spot. I put the rabbit back in the hole, whatever. The other day, Tristan, I saw him get one. Now, mind you, he's bringing them up to me and dropping them at my feet. Retriever stuff right there.
Yeah.
Not hurting them. All of them have been fine. The other day, I saw him get one. It was not in the hole that I have been putting these babies in.
Yeah. So you've been mixing up babies, bro.
After days of letting Reef be in the grass with me, I found 3 different rabbit holes. Now, most of the time I'm doing something and then a rabbit will just be at my feet. And I'm like, gosh, Reef. And I'll just go back to the hole. I'll put one in there. Who knows?
You need to mark them all, like have like little flags by them. So that way you know. And then if Reef comes from that certain area, which I know it's
But the thing
hard
is, I normally don't see him come from there.
Yeah.
Like even right now, if we just had him here outside real quick, bro, he's quick.
Yeah.
He just rips over there, grabs one, he'll bring it to you. And you're like, which hole did this come from? So, dude, Mama not only has my scent and Reef scent, but now she's got different babies in her den for sure. I've been mixing babies up for sure. Mom had a litter of like 5 to 6, 7. She has like 12 in her hole right now. You know what I mean? It's like...
She's like, I only have so many teats.
Yeah, dude. She's running dry. So I felt so bad, but I was like, what do you do?
Dude, it's so crazy how many nipples animals have compared to us. You know what I mean?
But we don't have... It's not like we have a ton of babies at once.
But what if? You can have like 4
You could
babies.
have triplets.
Yeah, you can have...
Triplets is a thing.
No, they get up there. I think a woman had like quadruplets or whatever.
Yeah, but that's not.
But that's like scientifically done. But I'm pretty sure you can have triplets for sure.
Yeah, no,
like,
you can. You can have triplets.
What you going? You got one baby's got share nipple, bro.
Yeah,
you've been on. I'll tell you what I'm on TikTok.
Okay. What,
Bro,
we're
the
getting
other
into
day,
what's your talk right now?
Bro, the other day, I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I know that's not what I think it is.
Yeah.
I know that's not what I think it is. Which is, like, I don't know. There's just a level of, like, intimacy that shouldn't be on TikTok. I feel like that's an intimate thing, like, not in that way, but, like, that's for your baby, right?
What are you talking about?
Dude, there was just a full-blown boobie out, and a baby was, like, saw it, and was like crawling up to it and then just latches onto it.
You don't think that should be on TikTok?
I think that's
you're getting into a controversial thing right now.
Yeah. God, I don't know, man. I don't think, like, I wouldn't, if I had kids, I wouldn't want my kids to see that on TikTok. I think you should be able to share whatever you want, but to a certain extent, there should be a little bit of, like, okay. I wouldn't want to put my wife, I wouldn't want my wife to film, you know? At some point, there has to be a stopping point, right?
I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of fucked up what you're saying because...
But also...
it's been sexualized. Like, that's like a form of life, dude. That's like giving nourishment for life. And like modern man has sexualized that.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, that's just like...
Which is super weird to say. Like, I'm like going back on what I'm saying. It's like... We can walk
I think I just realized I'm team free the nip, bro.
Yeah, I think I might be too because
I love this.
No, not like that. Not like that. The thing is weird. What's so weird is we've been made to think that like girls can't show their nipples, but guys can, which is so weird. They're literally the same thing. Most dudes' nipples are uglier than most women's nipples, bro.
Well, you're probably biased also. Like, my bro.
Yo, bro, you got some dope ass nipples. Yo, Millie. I think I got nice nipples. You think you got nice nipples?
I think so, yeah. Do a quick nip check.
But it's only when they're hard. To say that, I don't want to get any backlash.
Yeah, you're now, dude. You are so... I was literally watching you take that shovel and just dig your
Should we
grave,
cut that out?
No, but I think it was a learning lesson.
Would just... Yeah, no, for sure.
It's the way you... I understand what you're saying. Like,
it just caught me off guard. Let me just say that.
Yeah, for sure. But I think what you were saying is like necessarily you don't want like kids seeing that. But at the same time, like... Before they were kids, they were babies. And when they were babies, that was like a vital form of life. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
And like also breastfeeding is like a very crucial thing.
It's like great for the babies, right?
Yeah, it's pretty crucial.
Yeah, dude, I think I'll definitely try breast milk when my wife gets pregnant.
I think every dude probably does.
My buddy Millie, he just had... Okay, I have a goddaughter, and she's so precious.
Yeah.
But he said he didn't get to try it.
I didn't even get no breast milk. I had a whole baby. I didn't get nothing.
Because like Flair made that video where he went and milked a cow and said it was like the best thing ever.
Oh, he said it was cold though.
Well, yeah, they milked it and then it went straight into.
If you're just getting straight milk, it's gonna be warm. That's gonna be a different sensation.
That's a little weird. But you think you would try breast milk?
Well, how did he miss that opportunity? I feel like it's such a long time.
Well,
like
she wasn't. Something happened. There was complications with breastfeeding and like, because you know, like when you're breastfeeding, which I've learned a lot having like siblings.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard for a lot of women to breastfeed, and you know that shit doesn't just come out in like one stream, bro. It like has multiple streams.
I've really thought about this a lot about piercing nipples and breastfeeding, and I don't know if it's just my like dumb like man brain where it's like. I bet it goes.
If you can.
No, like.
Oh, is it going?
Right? Like if you took a straw and you pierced it through the side and you go to pull water through the straw, it's coming out both sides and the top.
Yeah,
right?
but I think it already does that. It already does that even if it was pierced.
Dude, we sound so dumb right now.
No, dude, I saw it. I also saw a TikTok of a girl squirting milk on her dude's face. And I didn't see the boob or anything like that, but she was it's like the sound was like, "Mommy wants his," or "Baby wants his milky," or something like that. Something super weird. And it goes like this from the girl, which you can't see anything, it's just her face, and then the camera turns and he's like this, and it's like 4 streams.
Wow.
So I don't know.
We got to do our research. I really like. I'm like genuinely curious. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like this is also just my dumb man brain, bro.
Yeah.
My dumb man brain just doesn't know.
Yeah.
Like if I asked Anaya, like I'm like, babe, I got a question. She would probably know the answer. She's hasn't had a baby, is not breastfeeding. She would probably know. But my dumb man brain, she's like, I bet it comes out like this.
It goes all directions. But also, do you know that this all came from like why like a lot of animals have like multiple nipples? Super weird. Yeah. And then cows' nipples, the udder, it's just like
that's also such a different.
You know.
I always think cow udders look like latex gloves,
bro.
With water, dude, don't they?
I watched that video with Flair, and that thing was like, that one udder was like, bro, it was a big. I don't even have a comparison. At least 6 inches. It was a 6-inch udder for sure. Oh no, teat. It's called a teat.
Yeah,
dude, that was a big nipple, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
How did we get here?
I don't know how we got there. I'm not even comfortable with that we got there.
Me either.
I think we do a hard U-turn right now. We saved this pod from getting us both canceled. Oh man. All right. let's let's dig into the notes here. Oh, I got something for you.
Okay.
Talking about TikToks and nipples. This has nothing to do with nipples, but it does have to do with TikToks and bodily function. So I figured it's right up your alley.
Okay.
This is an interesting fact. You cannot talk while inhaling through your nose.
What do you mean?
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I seen the guy did
Dude,
it. He was like doing a
welcome back to another Banger podcast.
Wait. Yeah, I don't know. I saw that.
I saw one there like you can't there was one where it's like you can't clench your left fist, hold your breath and smile and then think about clenching your other fist without clenching it. And so I pulled up a camera and took a picture in the TikTok. It's like, gotcha. I was laughing so hard. It's like, bet you can't do this. Did you know it's impossible to clench your left hand, hold your breath, smile, and think about clenching your other hand without clenching it? And I'm like, doing it? I'm like, that's easy. And then on the screen, she goes, and like acts like she takes a photo and she's like, gotcha. And here I am just smiling at the phone. I'm like, damn, got me good, bro. Got me really, really good.
The one where it's like, it's just two dudes looking at each other, and then it goes to a black screen. It's just you looking at yourself.
Oh yeah,
no, good. I've seen those. Those are funny when they pull out the camera and start taking pictures of you.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But I was like, it just I've never
There's
seen
some
one of those.
Funnier ones though,
and I was smiling hard, man. I was like,
catch yourself like, damn.
Yeah, got me, man. Got me really
funny.
good. I got a question for you.
Okay.
I was
looking at my notes, guys, not being disrespectful.
I was in Bass Pro in Missouri, and they had their big 50th year anniversary. You know what's crazy? The guy who started Bass Pro Shop still is alive and runs Bass Pro Shop.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty crazy to think about.
It's like a family thing. Like the Cabela's are still alive.
Well, I mean, Bass Pro bought Cabela's.
Yeah, but he's still alive.
The Bass Pro guy?
The Cabela's guy. Stuff like that. People like that.
No, it is crazy to think. What was that? Did you just fart, bro?
Dude, I've been farting. It stinks too.
I was going to say something about... went to the museum. So they have a huge museum there. That is like their staple Bass Pro and museum. Are you smelling it, dude? You're kind of cringing right now a little bit.
Trying to burp.
Oh, okay. Ran across a bunch of different animals. And then I saw this exhibit where it was like basically I saw a hippo, right?
A real hippo?
Not a real hippo. I mean, I've seen a real hippo before in like a zoo, not in the wild.
Seen the baby ones?
Yeah, they look like baby rabbits.
Yeah, little baby rabbits.
Have
you seen that?
Yeah.
TikTok.
I was thinking, I was like, you ever seen a hippo eat anything?
Yeah.
What?
Dude, hippos are actually like one of the most dangerous creatures on the planet.
Okay, I know, but what do you think they eat?
Whatever.
That's not the answer.
I seen them eat a watermelon.
I seen that at the zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen them eat stuff like that.
They squish the out of a watermelon too.
Just
they do a watermelon like we do a grape.
Yeah. But it's way more impressive.
No, it is.
But dude, yeah, they're like super dangerous whenever they're, I guess, not in captivity. I guess they're pretty dangerous in captivity as
they're
well.
just hardcore.
Yeah, but dude, have you seen how fast they can swim?
Super fast.
I
They
saw
don't
'em
really
chasing a
swim.
boat.
They kind of run underwater.
Yeah,
Water.
I saw him chasing a boat.
Yeah.
And that was scary. And he's just porpoising.
Also, almost got those guys.
Whew, that's scary.
That'd have been bad.
Yeah. Anyways.
Back to the thing though. In the wild, they're not just scooping up watermelons and shit.
Yeah,
What do you think they eat?
I don't know what there is to eat.
Right. Let's think about it though. Let's figure it out.
I know the male hippopotamus from Animal Planet, they eat the babies sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I know they kill them, but
Yeah.
I don't know if they eat
I don't know
them.
if they eat them. They don't let nothing go to waste, I guess.
So I found out.
I don't know what they eat.
Found out what they eat.
What?
80 pounds of grass a day.
Grass?
They don't eat like outside grass, like water grass, like
Oh.
algae, moss,
Dang.
like lily pads. 80 pounds a day though.
It's like a big salad.
A huge salad.
You know, cows got like multiple stomachs.
7
7?
stomachs.
That's crazy.
It's a lot of stomachs.
Why?
They're just eating grass too.
Yeah. I know it's probably just to help digest it better. I mean, God's plan, you know.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. And their
You
poop's
just-
always like,
Shitty. They don't
so
know.
I was turkey hunting
They
the
don't
other
know.
morning.
Wait, yeah, cows don't. They always have diarrhea,
Bro, always. So I was turkey hunting the other morning, and
It's
it
kinda
was
funny.
like on the edge of a cow pasture.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there, and what you do, like for you non-turkey hunters, usually the night before you'll go.
Why'd you say non-turkey hunters like they were some bitches? For
No,
all
I'm
you
saying,
bitches that don't
like
turkey
the
hunt.
strat, the most people's strat is you go and put the turkeys to bed, find their roost, and then you go back there and kind of cut them off in the morning and
Okay.
put a plan of attack. Well, we're sitting by the roost waiting on the turkeys to wake up, and there's some cows that are like, there's a fence between us, but they're like walking up on us because they're like curious or whatever, think we're gonna feed them. And dude starts pissing and shitting at the same time, and it's like, dude, like it's got to be like 5 feet behind me. I'm like, at any moment I might just feel a little splat on me. I was like,
And you're like
"Oh."
sitting on the ground.
I'm sitting on the ground. Yeah, it was just
Dude,
not good.
Cows, yeah, they just always shit
God,
terrible.
bro, it's just like,
like goats.
and they're just like
Goats shit little balls.
little balls. Rabbits shit little balls.
Yeah.
Deer shit little balls.
Also, how's that working out? How does they make little shit balls in their stomach?
You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
Huh,
yeah. Then humans,
Dude,
we're
for-
all over the place,
bro.
Sometimes we shit little balls. Sometimes we shit.
Dude, for a minute, I was just pooping out little chicken nuggets, bro. And they would like fall out. Like, I'm like,
That's
what?
funny. That's funny. That's
Dude,
actually
my
really funny.
bowel movements are all over the place.
Dude.
One
Bad.
minute, they could be just straight water.
Yeah.
Next minute, I don't know.
Who knows?
You never know what you're getting.
Before we get too far off the cow subject,
Yeah.
When I was in Texas, we were staying at this.
Hold on. Before you get, I know you got your story's pretty good.
Yeah.
I just saw on TikTok a guy that had a saddle on this cow,
Okay.
and he was fishing.
I
He
did
caught,
too.
He caught a fish.
I think I
He's
liked
standing
it.
in the pond. The
No,
cow's in the pond.
I think I liked it.
Yeah.
I think I liked it on TikTok.
Like,
So I
that
saw
was the
too.
most redneck shit I've ever seen. I was
super
like,
calm
wow.
cow too.
He's just chilling in the
Yeah,
water.
super calm.
And he's
Just fishing right off it. Yeah, no, I saw that too. That's crazy that we always are seeing the same things. Okay, so I was in Texas and staying at this little hotel, and we were driving somewhere, but I happened to notice right beside our hotel there were like, it almost looked like they had set up a quick auction in a parking lot.
Right.
Real close to a Bass Pro too, actually. And I was like looking, I was like, because I see like the cattle gates, you know, I'm like, what's in there? I was like, oh shoot, it's a bunch of longhorns.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, if you have never seen a longhorn, they are nut. Like the first time I ever seen one was probably like 2 years ago, or whenever the first time we went to Texas.
yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, so
They
I
just don't look
No, they look like cartoons, like real life cartoons.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. So I just drove past it, but then the next day I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna stop in there. I'm gonna look at these things. So I pull my truck up, and there's like a kid there with his dad or something. And they're like looking at all. I mean, dude, there's probably 100-something of them. And they all had their individual little stalls. Mind you, this is just a parking lot. This is the most Texas shit of all time.
Right.
So I asked this guy, I said, hey, like, is there like an auction or something going on here?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. And I'm like, I knew it. I knew this shit looked like an auction, right? And I thought they would do the auction out there. Turns out that's not the case. I'll get into that later. But the guy was like, yeah, it's one of the biggest auctions in the world for longhorns. And I'm like, wow, in a random city in Texas in a parking lot. Like, here's the craziest auction, right? So they're like, yeah, the auction starts at 3.
Yeah.
I was like, sick. So turns out you can't just be anybody to pull up at one of these auctions. This was...
You have to get, like, invited?
This is an invite and pay invite only. Only. This is called the Legacy Longhorn Auction or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I have never felt more underdressed.
Yeah.
You know what I wear all the time, right? I wear my OD green pants. I wear my freaking boots over my pants, like my army boots, and then I wear like a hoodie or whatever. It was cold, so I was wearing this rock hoodie I got. It's gray and like that Carhartt color, and it has like the Longhorn symbol on it. Yeah. So I'm sitting there. I look like a rancher because you got the ranchers and then you got the millionaires, right?
Bless.
Oh my God, sorry, I almost died sneezed. So anyway, I get there a little early, and I just walk in. I don't sit at one of the tables because I'm like, that's for like people who like. You could tell it's a nice event. By the way, it was a like a conference room, I guess you could say, but they had an opening to where all those animals and all those like pins could come through a chute and then go to this stage in this conference room. Right. Like, dude, we're inside the hotel in a nice ballroom, and there's livestock coming in. Right. It was crazy.
Yeah, I saw your story. It looked pretty nuts.
Turns out, bro, well, I fit in really well. I had someone ask me how many cattle I brought because I looked like a rancher, I guess. Like, I looked like I was ready to get to work. Yeah. And I was like, well, I don't really have any, but I just kind of, anything I would say, I just kind of played off like I was supposed to be there.
You said the millionaires, right? The millionaires are the ones like buying the cows, right?
Everybody.
But the ranchers are also probably millionaires as well.
Oh, no, everybody.
It's big money.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And there was like no mistaking it.
Because how much are those cows?
Let me tell you what they... To start off any auction, you really need to get the people riled up. Hey, I'm going to 5 million. Can I get 5.5, 5.5, $5.5 million? Go and say, now. Go and say. He's out. Go and say, go once. Go and try it. Oh, 149. Good to see you here, Jimmy. Good to see you here, Jimmy. It's going to be a good one for you. So anyway.
That was actually really good.
You like that?
Yeah. Maybe I think we should do that one day.
We should auction some stuff off.
Go sell some cows.
Yeah. So, any good auction, you want to excite the people first. Right. And
well, with anything.
How else do you do that than bring in the best, most expensive, highest rating longhorn in existence right now? $250,000. He walked in, big bull, big black bull. Walked in. Huge longhorns, Tristan. It's not only the length,
but it's the girth.
It's the girth. It's the way they turn, like how the horns turn. Yeah. Here's the thing: that bull is worth $250,000 because his body, his blood, and his horns. Yeah. And all he has to do
bloodline, not like bloodline, his blood.
His bloodline. Okay. So like he's worth $250,000 because every time you get any sperm from him or whatever, it's worth so much money, right?
And I'm sure they just sell sperm.
And they did that in the auction too. I'll get into that.
Oh.
But here's the thing. You're talking about metal gates all around this guy right now.
Yeah.
If he takes a sharp left turn, he's a big bull, dude.
Yeah.
Full of muscle. He'll break his horn. He'll break a tip off his horn or whatever. It's not like they shed their horns every year. What they got is what they got. That's it. So if you crack a horn or whatever.
Yeah. But, okay, so tell me this. So, like deer and elk and all those other animals, they shed their horns every year,
Every year, get a brand new set.
Usually bigger, right?
Not longhorns.
So, but as a baby,
yeah,
they don't pop out of a JJ with horns like
dude,
that.
They have like nubs.
Okay.
And they start growing.
Okay, and then so they
you're
saying they grow and then there's no pull off your tail and it grows a new one back.
No, yeah, it's just once you crack a horn, it will continue to grow, but you lost those 2 inches. Okay. You know what I mean?
Those are crucial.
And so, like, for the indefinite life of that cow or whatever, right? So, I was also looking at, I don't want to go, like, too deep into the story, but I was also looking at the ones that they were selling, 25,000, 30, 40,000. And they're like, this one is bred by so-and-so, and the mom is so-and-so, and she's a 98-inch, da-da-da, and her father is a 88-inch, purebred, da-da-da-da-da. Like, they had names, right? Like, everything here had a astounding family tree. It wasn't like everyone around the country brought their best shit there.
Yeah.
And this is what these people do.
That's crazy.
So, when I was looking at big longhorns getting sold for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, I didn't know that they were only 22 months old. And they already had huge horns, like 60, 70-inch spreads, like out there. Huge. And they brought in a cow. I have the video of it. Sold for $210,000. $210,000 this longhorn sold for. Like, literally watched it happen. Everybody, like, stood up and shook the guy's hand. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just one. They sold an embryo. An embryo. Do you know what an embryo is?
Like an egg?
Something with an egg, right?
Yeah.
$20,000 for an embryo.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I don't even think that's guaranteed chances right there.
No.
I think that's just the cheapest way you get into the game with a legacy bloodline.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that crazy that shit just exists? Some people are so, like, set that it's like, well, how'd you make your money? Like, I made it off stocks, or like, I invested in this, or I built out this. And some people are like, well, I had Black Diamond bloodline, and I crossed that with Red Sap Warriors bloodline and created me a 99-inch bull that sold for $300,000.
Dude, I know this is way off topic, but I just learned this year about mineral rights.
Mineral rights?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
So you can own your land, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But people own mineral rights for what is under your land. So like it's usually like with like oil and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right? So you can own your land, the top part of your land.
Yeah.
But the mineral rights are even more expensive than the land. Like
because that's the actual resource.
So like the people out in Texas, you see those like the oil rig things.
Yeah, the oil pumps. Yep.
If I'm correct, some of them don't even own that.
I mean, I'd be pumping mine out if I could.
Right, but you can't. Someone owns your mineral rights.
It'd be cool to figure out who owns. Right? And where does that layer stop?
But I'm like, who was like, all right, you can own the top layer, but someone else can own the bottom layer.
You know what? That's
weird,
an exact
right?
example of, though, kind of. When I bought this property, I actually own more underwater than I own above. Yeah. Believe it or not. And that's so if the water goes down, there's still property lines, right?
That's why, if someone wanted to come out here and fish.
Yeah, I can't stop them. No. Even though they're
as long as they're not touching the ground.
Right. So if the water moves, now I have access to that land. Yeah. And the crazy thing, though, is even though I can't use, or I legally can't touch that land, though, because it's within the 100-year floodplain line or whatever, I still have to pay taxes on basically what's the lake bottom right now.
Yeah, that's
because I own that land, but technically I can't.
Yeah,
I can't do anything.
There should be like a something.
Even this, for example, I want to put that. I don't want to throw this idea out there, but I want to put that out there. But it's
that
like
should be legal, right?
It's a public body of water, so I can't imagine that you could just leave that there.
You'd have to have all kinds of warning signs saying to protect you.
I mean, I don't know, but isn't that weird that that's like technically under that? I would own that if the water wasn't. Well, I do own it, but I would have access to it if the water wasn't there. But if I put something on the water there,
I think that's fine.
But also, it's not
you can build a dock.
It's not a permanent, but a dock is a permanent structure that you get a what's it called for? A permit for. This would be a floating structure, a non-permanent structure. So it's like.
So then there's this gray area.
Yeah, it's weird, right? I'm definitely going to do it for the video sake of it.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
But I mean, it probably won't last for a long, long time.
That would be fun. I want to be here for that.
No, yeah.
Get some.
I don't want any.
I gotta share.
My
mommy told me to share.
I don't want any. We're talking about animals. We're talking about
teats.
Yeah, all types of weird stuff. Question for you: deli meat.
I was thinking about this yesterday.
Deli meat. I know that's why I brought it up. You talked about it a little bit. I was like, save it for the podcast.
Because deli meat's kind of like the sushi of meat.
Well. Say exactly what you asked me.
Deli meat's super confusing to me.
Well,
because it's like it's cold, right? It almost seems like it's not cooked.
Right.
Do you think it's cooked?
Well, it has to be cooked because you can't serve someone just raw pork, right? Like, but you can get ham. You can get like honey baked ham.
So it's just they slice it up. I mean, it's just. This might sound really stupid, but a part of me feels like it's like a sushi.
Oh, you feel like Subway, you're just getting a sushi sandwich?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Really weird.
I think the fact that deli meat is so shiny is just, it ain't right.
Yeah, there's
something ain't right.
There's something going on.
But it is
It's
cooked.
like, have you heard the thing about bananas?
No.
Like most bananas now don't got potassium in it.
No potassium.
Because of like... Because of like science, like
they
put, like you know how like they grow things super fast now. Like
you can. Well, what if you get what? How else do you get potassium? What else is potassium in? You only learn that it's in bananas,
dude. But I saw a TikTok or something. It may not have been a TikTok, but supposedly like most bananas don't have half of the potassium that they used to. Supposedly. You know, you got to start taking those potassium pills.
You know,
I ate a banana the other day and still got a cramp.
Damn. They don't make them like they used to. Them bananas, man.
It's like you can grow a chicken in like
3 days.
Yeah. Not 3 days. Yeah. But like super quick.
Yeah,
like,
full grown.
I think like 30 to 60 days you can have full grown chicken.
Yeah.
And go get it slaughtered or whatever.
They don't have any potassium.
Isn't that crazy?
At that age.
That's nuts. Just pumping them with steroids.
I don't know. I believe anything after seeing these sandhill cranes grow.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
A couple inches a day. It's astounding. Like, you leave for a couple days, you come back, you're like, who are these strangers in my yard?
Yeah. They're tall, too.
All right, deli meat, though. Another question for you. So you're asking if it's cooked or not. I think it's cooked. I think it's pretty...
Yeah, I mean, it was a stupid thing, but it made me think about it for a second.
What's weird to me is deli meat, they slice it for you.
Yeah.
And if you've ever seen what they're slicing, it's a chunk. Like a giant chunk.
And it's like one of those, like,
yeah,
super weird.
Just cutting off the slices. But my thing is, how are they getting it in that chunk? Because I don't think they're taking that chunk out of whatever. Let's just say it's a ham, right? I don't think they're taking a chunk out of the pig and now you have this perfect little sliceable situation. So it's like composite board. Wood, you know how composite board is just a bunch of particles of wood mushed together to make a board of wood? I feel like it's like composite pork mushed together to make deli meat.
Yeah, this is something else that we probably sound really stupid.
Yeah, God, we're so dumb.
But
We should really do our research before we press record. Because once we press record, it's like, whatever happens here,
yeah.
it goes.
Have you seen the TikToks like butterfly in the sky?
And
it's like your face is floating around the sun. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I feel like right now. That's what I feel like right now.
Well, this is what I have my... Dude, you got to stop touching the bottom of that mic. It's just like this.
They can't even hear it. Go.
Yeah, they can. The chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken deli meat is big as dude. It's bigger than a chicken. It's not in the shape of a chicken either.
Bro, I had to cook chicken the other day. I get freaked out when I cook chicken. I don't know why.
Yeah, chicken grosses
It's
me
just
out
like
too.
I like chicken, but I don't like cooking it because
It feels dangerous.
Yeah,
Like raw chicken feels dangerous.
yeah, it definitely feels dangerous, and you could definitely get messed up from some salmonella,
Yeah,
and it's just scary.
yeah. Chickens are scary.
Yeah, I got a funny story to end the pod,
Okay.
and it's something that happened to me, but I'm gonna tell it like it was someone else.
Are you embarrassed?
No, not embarrassed. Don't ever get embarrassed unless I get slung on the ground.
Okay.
Okay. So there's this one thing. Did you know what a Brazilian wax is?
Very familiar.
Like guys can get them, but mainly I would say
I never
girls get 'em
actually
too.
thought about a guy getting one. But okay, I'm following.
But guys can get them, right?
No, they definitely could.
You know.
I'm sure. Yeah. Probably.
I mean,
a
I
little more
shave
strategic.
my I shave my junk
There's probably a little more like collateral damage that could happen with a guy.
for sure, right?
Probably. Did you
So,
tighten this? I feel like you really set me up for failure with
Yeah, I
this
don't
loose
know.
bolt here. Okay, go ahead.
Um,
Men's Brazilian wax. A
Yeah.
manzillion.
yeah, manzillion. So Kinsey ordered a Brazilian wax kit because
A kit.
like you can do it yourself.
Oh.
At home kit, Brazilian at home wax kit.
Oh, boy.
Right? You melt the wax down. You got the little sticks.
Oh.
You put the wax on and you rip it off.
Mr. Miyagi style.
Right?
Oh, boy.
So I was like, it was like a bet or something between me
It
and-
wasn't a bet. You were
No.
like, babe.
No, it was definitely a bet.
Babe. No, it was not a bet. I'm not buying that at all. I've known you for too long. There's no betting happening there. It's not like, oh, if I lose, I'll do it. You're like,
No.
you wanted to do it.
No, I did not want to do it.
You wanted
This
to do
was
it.
a bet, Brandon.
Okay.
I can't say what the bet was.
Yeah, the freak you can.
No.
No, now we got to know what the bet is. What was the bet?
No bet.
I'll mute it,
No.
but I got to know.
So, yeah. So it was just a,
Eye for an eye, bro.
yeah, eye for an eye.
That's
So,
not bad. Guys, it wasn't even worth muting. You're
Okay.
fine.
Anyways, so I was like, in my head, I was super nervous because, like, dude, it has to hurt, right?
Have you ever had anything else waxed?
No, I mean, like, I've had like duct tape on my arm ripped off,
Okay, but that's not wax.
but
though, right?
that hurts, right?
It's like, yeah, we
that's
know
the
that's
only thing that
painful.
that's painful.
I haven't either. I haven't ever done the.
Don't do it.
Okay. Well, no, I'm not saying.
Do
the
not
manzillion.
do it, bro.
I'm talking about like waxing, like my chest or something.
Yeah.
I've never had any of that.
I don't know. I'm not doing anything. Okay, so
We should do that on a podcast.
Brazilians
No, like chest
Just-
wax or something.
laid out right here.
Yeah, we should actually do that on a podcast. I think
But you don't. The video camera's just on. Oh, just on your face. Okay, so listen. So
That's
we
good,
get
though.
this wax kit, right?
Okay.
Get the wax hot. I'm
Yeah.
just laying there,
ready to take it.
ready, I guess. And
What
so
kind of position are you in?
I'm just laying down flat because we're just gonna do the top portion up top, right? But in my head, instead of taking it in sections, like doing like 3 sections of wax, I was like, do the whole thing.
And mind you, you're giving instruction. You
Do
this
the
isn't
whole
your-
thing.
Okay.
I was like, let's do the whole thing.
Was that the wrong thing to do?
dude?
But should you have done sections though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have done sections.
I'm definitely not asking for my own personal advice.
Writing it down.
Okay.
Okay,
notes,
so
take
so
sections.
get the wax. Wax is way too hot. Burns me.
Oh shit.
So it burns me. I'm like, oh. But we got to keep going. So we put it all the way across, bro.
Okay.
I'm talking about like big strip. It's that, right?
Jesus, you're like
I mean,
freaking hip to hip right
yes,
there.
bro, it was a lot.
Jeez, man.
So it's on there. And so then you let it sit, and then you obviously rip it off. I don't know if my hair is just really strong. But Brandon, I would say what's smaller than a 1/4 inch? What's that?
Tristan?
Damn. No, like
an eighth.
I would say this much came off.
Wait, what?
This much of the wax came off. So
wait, so out of this whole strip, the strip ripped in half or something?
No. It's still together. But only that much of the hair got ripped out.
Wait.
So we rip it as hard as we can, and it goes nowhere. And I'm just like,
oh.
Yeah, like,
you're saying it didn't leave your skin.
No. The hair, it ripped out this much section.
Oh, no.
And I'm just like
5-6 inches left of the strip.
Like, I'm freaking out, bro.
Oh, God.
And at this point, I'm like, nope. We're not doing this. Can we reheat this wax up? We got to get it off.
Oh, no.
And the wax is so tight that I can't, like, get a knife under there and cut. Dude, I'm in full panic mode. Because Kinsey ripped it first.
Right.
And it just didn't go nowhere, bro.
Yeah, you needed, like, a double clamp.
I needed somebody to back their truck up to it, hook it up, and just
winch it on off.
Bro, it was probably one of the most painful things that I've ever been through.
Really?
I started bleeding. Yes.
Down there?
Yes. Started bleeding, bro. Then, so it took 45 minutes for me to get this wax off.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, I'm like working myself up. Go to rip, goes nowhere. I probably tried to jerk it off. I mean, not like that.
There's our intro. No. There's our intro.
I tried to jerk the wax off.
Oh, my.
Bro, probably 15 to 20 times.
Oh,
and it was just going nowhere.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
So I had a patch that I had to rip off that much, right?
Yeah.
And it was going 1/4 of an inch a time.
Dude, if I was there,
every time I'm like, ah! I'm butt naked.
I would have pissed
bro,
myself laughing.
Bro,
so
listen.
hard,
Bro, I am butt ass naked.
Oh,
just
man.
in fetal position, like, I wanted to stop.
What did Ken say when all this was going on?
She's just dying laughing, bro. Because she was like, just let me rip it off. I'm like, hell no. Get away from me.
That's fun.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was miserable. If you want to torture somebody, bro, I would have told you whatever you needed to hear.
Wow.
I almost left it on.
You showed up here with it and just wait for it to grow so you could cut under it.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know what I was. Dude, it was horrible. And it didn't even pull off all the hair.
Damn.
So I'm splotchy. I still had to shave. Bro, worst experience of my life. One of the worst experiences of my life. For sure.
Probably one of.
And she was trying to get me to wax my butthole, bro.
Oh, hell no.
After that, I was like, hell no.
Should have started with that.
Hell no.
Should have started with that.
Dude, I would have left that. I would have left that. Oh, hell. You know how bad that would hurt?
Dude, I can't imagine.
I'm getting chills on my butt thinking about it,
when
bro.
you're talking about bleeding, I was like, we're talking about a real...
Bro.
My hands are hot right now.
Blood.
Bro. I've got sweaty hands right now.
Blood was coming out. I was scared.
Oh, man.
I was scared that I would never get it off. That's how bad it hurt. You know when you're sick and you're like, dude, I'm never going to be healthy again.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I was scared for my life, bro.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Bro, I went full bitch mode, just like... It was hurting, bro. Like, okay, let's give them a visual. This is how I was sitting in the bathroom, bro, after the one rip.
All right.
Right?
Yeah. All right, so for my audio-only listeners, T's getting on top of the table. Bro. He's fetal position, but like shins down on the table, head between the knees.
Mind you, Kinsey is like standing up right here, like dying laughing. I'm like, I thought this was going to be a quick process.
Yeah.
Bro, I literally thought it would be like 15 seconds of pain and then that'd be it. Nah, 45 minutes.
And it wasn't like you know when something hurts, you kind of get pissed off too. So it's like you like rip a little bit, you're like, "Ugh," and then you're like, I gotta hurry up and do it again.
Yeah.
Ugh. It wasn't like that, right?
It was not like ripping off a Band-Aid, bro.
No.
It was like
Matter of fact, I've had some Band-Aids on the leg hair that have been like,
oh yeah, it's been
treacherous.
rough.
You know what's a minimal example of this? When somebody puts one of those wristbands on your arm with the sticky, you know, like it's like to get into a party or something, and then the sticky gets on your hair, and you go to turn it, and it's like
so simple to put those guys on.
Yeah,
and they always mess
a
it
little
up.
bit of precision, a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's a very similar thing, I guess, but yeah, bro, one of the worst experiences of my life.
I feel like I kind of have to do it now, though.
Bro, props to the people that do it, which I think if I would have done it the right way, it might not have been as bad.
Maybe not starting with an at-home kit would have been. I mean, you should have known when the wax was too hot that like you weren't headed.
Yeah,
in the right
I think
direction.
if I would have went and got it professionally done, it probably wouldn't have been as bad. I think it would hurt really bad.
Right.
I
Yeah,
think-
there's no getting away from the pain.
Yeah, and
That first rip off,
dude. Somebody, if you do get waxed and you don't think it hurts, like, dude, you got some high pain tolerance.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Is if we have any viewers watching that wax on the regular, as far as like perform the wax, not like receive a wax, are you down to go around to the professional?
No,
I'll
never do it again.
Yeah.
Part
of me wants to like try like maybe my chest or something.
Or like your arm.
I do have arm hair, yeah. Yeah.
I would do my arm. I would do that with you, but I'm not doing the genital.
Yeah. The process from the rear would have been a nightmare for you.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Yeah, that's got to be painful, man.
Props.
And then it's like you couldn't even
props.
see what's going on back there. It's just major pain. You're like, it's ripping out of here, dude.
Bro, props to whoever gets that shit done.
Yeah.
Whoever you're doing it for.
That's crazy.
Props.
I mean, wow, we went from bunny rabbits to Brazilians. That's quite a podcast, man. We didn't have much on the old list for this pod. We just wanted to fire one up and get her going, but I think it was full of quite the interesting conversations.
Sorry for our knowledge of
we got brains, man.
There's no if we sounded
exactly what he just sounded like right there.
Yep. A-E-I-O-U, baby.
That's right.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you made it this far, you are the freaking amazing people. We love you.
Yeah, we'll catch you on another banger episode on the Banger Podcast. Subscribe to the Banger Podcast. Go to Apple, go to Yappy, go to Jiggin. Show us all some love.
Hit us up. We got some big stuff coming up. We love you guys. We'll catch you on the next
Peace out.
Banger Podcast.
20,000 likes on this podcast. Matter of fact, 20,000 views on this podcast. Tristan will get waxed live on the next episode. We love you all. Peace.